Must resist making Breaking Bad joke. Must resist making Breaking Bad joke. Jerry and Marge Go Large is directed by David Frankel and stars Bryan Cranston, Annette Bening, and Rainn Wilson. When a retired couple discovers a loophole in their local lottery, they take advantage of this mistake in order to become wealthier than anyone could possibly imagine. When I first saw the trailer for this movie, which was fairly recently I first saw the trailer, I immediately said to myself, I'm gonna watch that movie. Not because I think it looks great, because I need to hate watch it. This is apparently based on a true story about professional lottery winners. How? How is that a job? How do I not have that job? I need to watch it so that I can hate them for having the job that I so desperately want. And after finally seeing it on Paramount Plus, I realized it's too likable to hate watch. This is a very enjoyable movie. Nothing fantastic, but perfectly fine. I think the best part about this movie is just the chemistry between the cast. I always love a good movie with a whole bunch of characters that all have fantastic chemistry between each and every actor. Whether it's the sense of community, the sense of family, or the sense of love between Jerry and Marge, there is so much just wholesome energy to this movie in its relationships. Another thing I love, the progression of the story. I loved seeing just how Jerry managed to find this mathematical loophole in the lottery, and it starts to make you think like, oh my god, math is actually useful. But I mean the editing during these sequences and Bryan Cranston's acting and his performance as Jerry, this person who just finds more life in math than he just does in family and relationships. There's something in both the acting, the writing, and the direction in these sequences that really makes you feel the same excitement that Jerry must have been feeling during these moments. And then we have Rainn Wilson in the movie. I'm already struggling to not make a Breaking Bad joke. I'm desperately trying not to make an Office joke. But in all seriousness, he is legitimately funny in the movie and a sort of dark presence when compared to the more wholesome aspects of Jerry and Marge's life. He is a stoner, sort of loser clerk that Jerry and Marge actually befriend when they're going to get lottery tickets, and he actually does have some of the funniest lines in the entire movie, and just his entire character I actually found hilarious. But as enjoyable and likable as the movie is, I hate to say it, but it's not really noteworthy. I think the biggest problem of this movie is that it plays it really freaking safe. I get that this is a wholesome story overall, but you would expect some conflict in the film. There are dashes of that in the film, but apart from a really out-of-nowhere villain that shows up like halfway through the film, there's no real conflict driving the story, unless you just count Jerry and Marge just wanting to do this because they can. I mean, when telling the story of professional lottery winners who find a loophole in the lottery that allows them to win time and time again, you'd expect a bit more of a funnish, devious tone, like something out of a Martin Scorsese film. But because this film takes more of a wholesome aspect, which I'm not opposed to, it just feels like there is a missed opportunity story-wise. It feels cheesy in how genuine it is, which is an odd problem, but at the same time, it is a huge aspect of the film that overall makes me think that I'm not gonna remember this movie as much as others. But still, at the end of the day, there is nothing inherently wrong with Jerry and Marge Go Large. It is still a perfectly likable film. Though the film plays it way too safe to be memorable, that's not the most egregious of flaws with any film. The chemistry between the cast is good, the story is interesting, and while not every joke is laugh out loud hilarious, almost all of them are chuckle-worthy. It's cute, it's harmless, and if it's a rainy Sunday afternoon and you just want to watch a film that's not the heaviest of films, but is nothing awful either, this is probably your best bet, and it's not a bad bet. I'm going to give Jerry and Marge Go Large a B. Well guys, thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments down below, who is your favorite Bryan Cranston character? I know most people are probably going to say Walter White, but I made a promised no Breaking Bad jokes at the very beginning, so I'm gonna have to go with Tim Whatley from Seinfeld. He is the reason why I'm not anti-dentite. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are the best. And don't forget to click subscribe and click the bell icon down below to stay up to date on all things movie, all things TV, all things nerd.